Soccer team is balling right now, 3-0. Love the coaching staff they have. Love the young ladies. Doing a wonderful job. They work their butts off. They're on the road to Western Michigan and Michigan State, ranked number 7 in the country. Volleyball teams open up season this Friday. Buff Classic, first match at 6 p.m. at Cal State Northridge. Right now, 20 players on NFL rosters through the second week of preseason play. Will Shepard did his thing, Green Bay against Denver. LaJonte, definitely one of my favorites, Florida boy doing his thing. Jimmy Horn also, another one of my favorites, had big plays from Carolina, including a 39-yard run. Cam had 4 tackles. Cam Simon, Craig for Jacksonville. Preston is created quarterback hit. Isaiah Oliver, I have no idea who that is, from before my time, had an interception. He's still a CU guy, so I got love for him. Weave, love me some Weave. Returned a couple punts. Mari McNeil got a sack. Go ahead, Amari. And we all know what's transpiring with Shador, although he's playing extremely well. Let's go.
Coach, Jake Schwanitz from DMVR. Obviously, with the college sports in the portal right now, you got guys in the portal who are playing in preseason games. I'm just curious about Ezra Christensen and how, the delay and the, I guess, an announcement in that situation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to come quickly. Certainly we'd like to have several guys that played prior with us that are eligible. I think Buck is one model, maybe another, and a couple of others. But, we have people in place to do that job, and Fernando is on it, as well as other persons from this university. We're going to do the right thing. As long as Georgia Tech don't have any players that's activated, we're good.
Hey, Coach, Leo Rivera with Bus-Stampede.com.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, thank you. I just wanted to ask, 4 fall camps down in Boulder now, where do you feel you've grown the most as a coach?
Spending more time and getting to know the players a lot more intimately, not just the football, just their likes and dislikes. One of my players brought me some banana pudding. It's like that was his way of saying, Coach, we good? So I'm getting to know them a lot more. They're getting to know me a lot more because, this cycle of people transitioning from the portal, it's not just us. I mean, I think the least team, we already quantified that a few weeks ago. It's like at least 20 players. So it's a lot of players no matter what. But just getting to know these young men and their likes and dislikes and who they really are away from the game, that's appeasing to me. It really is. And I love them. I love them to life.
Hey, Coach. Liam Howard, Buffs on SI. Just talked recently with Gunnar White about what he's been doing on the recruiting trail in the class of 27. He said that it was a challenge that you issued to this coaching staff to, go out there and be more involved in the recruiting this year, bring in some more guys. What was that challenge, and how did you what would you think of his work?
I think I just got more involved than I previously have been. And we just took more onus on what we wanted. I set the vision. We attacked what we wanted, and we split the areas. Obviously, Gunner coming up in Mississippi, that's his zone. It's almost like some coaches do it differently. They got certain areas. But I don't want a DB coach in Mississippi talking to a lineman. That don't make no sense. You don't know if he's good or not. You sit at the practice there, well, he looks good. No, he was big. You don't know if he looked good. So we send guys out where that class of talent is and make sure they the measurables and everything else fits. And then when they make it through like 3 of our must-haves, they come in and I get to interrogate them a little bit and see if they could cut it. And they've done a great job. We're going to have guys decommit. That happens. We're going to have other guys commit that you didn't think about that we already knew we had, but we never said anything about it. But it's like that. That's just the game of recruiting nowadays. And do not think that money is not a factor, because it is with a lot of these kids.
Well, what'd you think of Gunner's work and some of the guys he did bring in?
I'm not new to Gunner's work. Gunner came from Jackson with us. You guys are new to Gunner's work. I'm not new to who Gunner is and why he's on the coaching staff as the offensive line coach. Like, Gunner's Gunner. He's been the same guy since the day I met him.
Jack Harlow, how's it going?
My man. I went to Red Lobster a couple days ago. I thought about you.
Okay.
I sat in our corner. Yeah, I was with my lady. I was with my lady though, so I didn't think about you much, but I thought about you though, Jack. Yeah. Okay.
Was Sam your waiter again?
Yes, he was. Yeah, he was. He was.
Oh,
He was.
Okay.
That's
well,
my
I'll
man.
see him tonight.
Okay.
Want to ask, from talking with coaches and players throughout fall camp, it seems like a lot of guys have made big leaps from the spring until now. Just curious if you've seen that too, and just what you think has kind of led to that.
I don't know if they're leaps. I think they're just getting to understand the system that they're implemented in, and the thought process of what we want and how they're going to go about obtaining it. They know us better. We know them better. So we're meeting. We're meeting where we need to meet. We're putting pressure on them, applying pressure, especially this past weekend. That Saturday scrimmage, we applied pressure on some that we may need in case of emergency in the game. You know, you pretty much at this point in time, you know what your ones are going to do. We got to know what that guy is going to do that's between that 2 and that 3, because that 3 is probably going to get in, you know. I mean, that 3 and that 4, I'm sorry. But that 4 may have to get in case of emergency or injury. So we put them up to a test.
Hey, Coach, Xavier McNevitz, Scobo Sports.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Excellent.
You know, less than 2 weeks from Georgia Tech now. 43 transfers on the roster. Who have you?
Us or Georgia Tech?
What's that?
Us or Georgia Tech?
What have you seen, or which players have you seen step into a leadership role through fall camp?
Say that again. The
Which
last
players
part.
have you seen step into a leadership role through
Well,
fall
we
camp?
took over 20 leaders to Texas with us. So those guys that we identified way back when, they hadn't fallen off. They're still doing the job. They're still out in front and handling their responsibilities and leading these young men in the right direction. It's something as simplistic as I asked this morning, how many hours should we get in before we get on that plane next Tuesday? They said, well, 2 days prior to that, we should have 3 hours at least. The minimum is 3 hours of study, film time, and that film time is recorded, and it goes upstairs, and we know what time you get on, and when you log on, you log off, but they chose at least 3 hours, and I like that. I like that. I like that leadership from the young men.
Hey, Coach. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, sir?
Doing well. Every time we've talked to you about Julian, for the most part, developmentally and the progress that he's made, you said, well, he's been coming around he'll be coming
Right.
around the mountain when he comes. I'm wondering, are we starting to see headlights coming around the bend there?
The thing about that, no matter what I say, you're going to have an opinion. So sometimes I correct, sometimes I protect, sometimes that I tell you the truth. I tell you the truth all the time. So I'm not going to put too much on it. Then there's an expectation that exceeds what he's maybe capable of doing, or he's already there and you just don't know. One thing I don't want to do is put added pressure on that position. There's enough from the outside noise and all thereof. I just want him to execute the play that's called. You don't have to be great. You don't have to be outstanding, but just do what we ask you to do, and he's going to do that. I have faith in that.
Are you seeing some development in him, some
I've
progress?
seen
though?
development in everyone. Don't just try to back me into a corner and back me in by Julian. Wasn't you out there practice?
Yeah, yes, sir.
What did you see?
I saw some development.
All right, write that.
I have.
Okay, we good. We good. Write that. Run with that. High step with that. Put the hand behind the head with that. Here you go.
Hey, Coach, Pagram, Associated Press. How do you keep the off-field distractions from becoming a distraction?
What distraction are we talking about? Let's cut through Chase.
The subpoena. And just
Is that
things-
a distraction? Do you think that's my first subpoena? Like when you have it, when you that, you get sued. You have off the field foolishness that if someone really sat down and explained it to you, you'll say, you got to be kidding. But it is what it is. I don't know anyone that's a game changer, a way maker, that is not dealing with some type of lawsuit.
I think my follow-up to that would be, you're a family man. What would be your advice to Shiloh and Shador now?
Shiloh and Shador ain't done nothing wrong.
Or Shador.
Did y'all do your own? You know Shiloh won this case previously, right? Anybody know that? Raise your hand if you know that. if you knew that. That Shiloh got awarded money for this? Okay, just read. Check it out. I can't wait till it is over and he gets to tell his story. He already won this case, you know? Yeah.
Hey, Coach.
What's going on?
How are you doing? Brian
Excellent.
Howell from BuffBlitz.com. I want to go off something that Jack was asking you, but I had asked you in the spring about there being no spring portal, if that would maybe make you guys further along, because guys could then learn from the spring and then develop. Now that we're through all that, have you seen that to where, because guys have been able to stay here?
I love what I see.
Yeah.
I've been telling you guys that. I'm proud of what I see. I'm happy with what I see. I'm happy with the coaching staff for sure. You guys neglect that. Like, you keep thinking kids. Like, the coaching staff is phenomenal, man.
Well, I guess the combo of that, like, because these coaches have been able to work with these players longer and things like that, have you just seen where maybe you guys are further along right now than in the past because you've had more time together?
Yeah. And we got better players.
Yeah.
We got better players.
Right.
That's what makes you farther along. We can hang out for a year, but if we ain't tight like that, it still ain't gonna be no click there. We got better players. We got better individuals that can really do the job. So that's what makes us better.
Okay.
Yeah. Not being Ebony and Ivory and singing that. Like, we can live together in perfect harmony. We gotta have some ball players, man.
Hey, Coach, Tyler King with Denver.
What's
Gazette.
up, man?
I'm doing well, thank you. Just curious, for you getting the chance to go back to Atlanta, Georgia next for the first game of the season. I know you talked about a little bit back in Frisco at Big 12 Media Days, but obviously you spent a lot of time there playing for both the Braves and the Falcons.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean to you to be able to go back there and play? the first game?
I have no nostalgia to me. Like, I'm not built like that. Like, if we went back to Fort Myers, Florida, I would be happy. That's my hometown. And but it's a game, man, that I want to win very badly. So I don't weigh cities. That city, has some meaningful moments, but I don't weigh cities. We going there for one purpose, and that's to win, whether I played there or not.
Hey, Coach.
How you doing, sir?
Pat Rooney, Boulder Day Camera. Good, thank you. Just wondering, short week next week. Are you already in game week mode, like looking at Georgia Tech and scouting them out and so forth?
Yeah, we had a scout report. We have stages. We have deadlines. We have points that we got to hit. We right where we want to be. I like where we are, and we're right where we want to be. Everything is on a timeline, and we're going to hit those marks strategically. And we're going to practice that morning that we leave, have another walkthrough probably when we get there. So we're going to get our work in, and that's the main thing, just getting the work in and not making things too complicated where the kids got to think too much. Just let them play football and have fun while they're doing what they do.
Hey, Coach.
What's
Scott
going on
Parker,
with us?
DNVR, how you doing?
Good.
You did an interview a few weeks ago with our guy Dukes, and you were talking about like just taking a few things off of like Julian, just to, not because he's not capable, just to help him play more free, like
Right.
play his game and whatnot.
Right.
Just how important do you think that is to the position? Without the
Tremendously
pressure that you're
important.
talking about.
Tremendously important. Tremendously important, man. That because you're not looking for leadership. You're not looking for this. You're not looking for that. All we're looking for, execute the plays, throw the ball to the man that's open, and we're good. We're going to move down the field. We have a really good coordinator. We have a really good offensive line. We have some really good backs, and Danny and the guys will be back. I promise you that. They'll be back out wide, so it's going to be familiar territory. And I can't wait to see them all on the field together. That'll happen probably by Wednesday, Thursday, hopefully, that all of them, because I got to see a week's worth of work before I could really bet on it, understand that I could place this on the field and not worry about them. Betting on it means tearing a hammy or growing an ankle or something crazy. Getting a shoulder. We got a couple with shoulder injuries. We got to get past that some type of way. But I like where we are.
Coach, I just want to ask, looking at Georgia Tech, what have you seen from them? Obviously, a familiar opponent.
Familiar opponent. The scout report. You got a couple new coaches as well, man. It's fun. It's a great matchup. It really is, because we doing primarily the same thing they're doing, and a couple guys that once played here and that plays over there. That it's going to be fun as well. It's going to be some chatter with that. It's going to be good. I admire and respect their head coach so darn much. It is unbelievable. I really do. Love the city, like we aforementioned. It's going to be a good task. them coming in with a quarterback that's uncertain as well. So it's all the way across the board. It's a good match. It really is.
You know, Coach, you have 10 running backs in that room. What do you like about that depth, and how do you think that talent can change the narrative?
Just because we
the
have
run
10,
game?
that don't mean all of them could play.
Right.
It's just the number that we have.
How do you think that talent that you have in that room can change the narrative of the run game you've had the past couple years?
Those guys in the front are the narrative that changes the run game. The guys in front of them, not those guys back there. We've always had those guys back there that can run, but those guys up there got to do their jobs, and they're big, strong, and physical enough to do their jobs. It's a couple of those guys, or maybe a few of those guys, probably going to come out of there All-Americans or Big 12 first-team players to me, with what I see at practice every day. It's a couple in that room that got that kind of ability. I can't wait till you all see it.
Hey, Coach. Oliver Hayes with Bus Stampede. The other day I asked Randon Fonnet about people behind the scenes who have strengthened the brotherhood of the program, and he mentioned GM David Kelly, and I was wondering if you could speak on him and his role for the guys.
Coach Kelly, I've been knowing him since I played for the Atlanta Falcons, and we had a relationship since then. I don't think you guys know, like, some of our relationships that we have in this program. You think we just grab a guy off the street sometimes, and you don't understand. Relationship is what substantiates certain things in success. We've been knowing each other for a long time, since he kicked butt and won a state title in Atlanta. So he was the first one to offer Shador. When they were at Oregon, he and Willie Taggart, and Willie Taggart has been my guy for a long time. So what he brings to the table is phenomenal. You can't quantify it. You really don't understand it unless you know ball and know the inner workings of a program. But he's worth his weight in gold. And he's a good man. He's a good brother, man. He really is.
Coach, with that Georgia Tech game being prime time, ESPN, how excited are you for the world to kind of get to see what your coordinators have been cooking up with this team since they've gotten
That's normalcy for us. Contrary to popular belief, we play on TV during it every week. And I'm happy about it. I'm happy that we're still that someone that people want to see. They have the desire to see us either way, up or down, but they want to see us regardless. We have some guys that I can't wait to see them in that light, in that spotlight, and see how they respond. We try to put them through task right now and see how they respond, and throwing them in certain situations, even off the field, just making sure they can handle that light, because that light is really bright playing for the Colorado Buffaloes. It's really bright, and some in the past have gotten intoxicated from that light and blinded. But some have done really well, like the guys before mentioned that's on NFL rosters right now. And I'm proud of them. We have a good group of young men. I think you guys could understand that when you're interviewing them, when you're talking to them. They're really good guys. Is there any question you guys want to ask me that you hadn't asked?
I just had one more, but just about your coordinators, Marv and Marion.
Yeah, they're really good.
Are you excited for them to get to showcase their schemes on that live stage?
Yeah, and they're ready. They're prepared. They're no rookies. They're not new to this. They're true to this. They're not rookies, and they're not going to be blinded by light or, enamored with the stage. These guys are ready, man. I mean, I'm telling you, they're really, really good. Nib is good too. Coach Nibbler, he's really good. Their whole staff is good. We got a kicking battle going on right now. Who's going to be the field goal guy? So that's pretty special. And I can't wait to see how that plays out, but I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with what we're going to Atlanta with. I really am.
Just similarly, there's a lot of guys on this roster from Georgia. We've talked in the past about guys getting to go home to Texas or Florida, but it feels like you guys have really added a lot of Georgia talent to the roster in the last couple of years. I think there's almost 20 on this year's roster. What have you seen from that state in recent years that has produced more and more talent?
That's the South, man. That's the South. It's almost like how prominent has the University of Georgia been in the last decade? Prominent. Alabama, prominent. Those schools from the South, Clemson, all those schools. So it's a bed of talent there, and we've been able to penetrate that bed and have grab some great players out of there. And they're excited about going home. They're excited about putting on in front of their families. They're excited about a multitude of things, and I'm excited for them. I just told them, don't get us a penalty. Like, make it to the sideline and celebrate. I know that's a lot coming from me as a coach. I'm like, guys, but I never belittled my opponent, and I never got flagged for excessive celebration. Although it may have looked excessive, it wasn't excessive. But I don't mind them celebrating. I want them to have a good time. But I understand that when I have conversations like that, that means I already feel like they're going to make plays. I'm that confident that they're going to make plays and they're going to want to celebrate. I'm just trying to guide them and coach them. Just come to our sideline and do whatever dance you want to do, long as it's on our sideline, and I'm good. Do not get us 15 because I'm sending you in the locker room with your mouthpiece in. Yeah.
Hey, Coach, just a couple quick ones for you. Going back to your coordinators, some coordinators like to be up top, some on the field. Do you know where yours are going?
Mine are down the field guys. Okay. My guys are not up top guys. We got some very intelligent guys up top. That's one of them sitting right there. And I can't wait till you. He's next? Yeah, I can't wait till you get the. How long we been knowing each other, man? It's a long time. Like, they have no idea who you are. They don't understand how talented you are. They don't understand where all you've been. Can you please inundate them on that? Because they don't think we know what we're doing half the time. And they didn't know you've been a part of the staff for how long? January. But you had to go do what? I was an OC in the UFL. Yeah, they have no idea. They have no idea about that, but they, they're like the house was abandoned and we had no one in there. There you go, 29 and 12. I'm going to walk out on that. I'm going to let you pop your collar, man. Pop your collar, man.